Have you ever felt like your energy just is not what it used to be, even though you are not doing anything wrong? You wake up tired, workouts feel harder than they should, fat sticks around your stomach, motivation feels low, and your confidence feels slightly off. A lot of men blame age or stress, but here's the uncomfortable truth. Many everyday habits are quietly increasing estrogen and decreasing testosterone levels without you even realizing it. And the scary part is this: you do this daily, and it might be the real reason your hormones are working against you. Here's what matters most. Testosterone is not controlled by one supplement, one workout, or one food. It is shaped by signals your body receives every single day. Signals from your environment, your sleep, your stress levels, and even the containers your food touches. When you understand those signals, you again maintain your testosterone and estrogen levels. Let us start with one of the biggest hormone disruptors hiding in plain sight: heating food in plastic containers. Many plastics contain chemicals like BPA and phthalates. These compounds are known as endocrine disruptors. That means they interfere with hormone signaling. When plastic is heated, these chemicals leach into food and enter your body. Once inside, they act like estrogen. They bind to estrogen receptors and activate them, even though they are not natural hormones. Your body cannot easily tell the difference. Over time, this creates higher estrogen activity and decreased testosterone production. It is not about one meal, it is about repeated exposure, day after day. This matters because your hormonal system works on patterns, not isolated events. Reheating leftovers in plastic, microwaving takeout containers, or warming food in plastic meal prep boxes adds up. The solution is simple and realistic. Transfer food into glass or ceramic before heating. That single step removes a constant estrogen signal your body never needed to deal with. Another daily exposure comes from what you drink out of. Soft plastic bottles are designed for convenience, not hormonal health. When exposed to heat, sunlight, or repeated use, they release the same estrogen-mimicking chemicals into water. Even bottled water can contain measurable levels of these compounds. Once consumed, these chemicals accumulate in fat tissue. That matters because fat tissue is hormonally active. More estrogen signals stored there, the harder it becomes for testosterone to dominate. Switching to stainless steel or glass bottles immediately lowers daily estrogen exposure. This is not about fear. It is about reducing unnecessary chemical interference so your natural hormones can function as intended. At this stage, it is important to understand something critical. Estrogen does not just float around forever. It is supposed to be broken down and removed from the body. That job belongs largely to the liver. When liver function is sluggish, estrogen clearance slows down. This means estrogen stays in circulation longer, creating an imbalance even if production has not increased. Ultra-processed foods, chronic inflammation, poor nutrient intake, and drinking alcohol reduce liver efficiency. That's why alcohol is haram in Islam. This is one of the most common reasons estrogen dominance shows up in men who otherwise live active lives. Supporting liver health does not require detox products or extreme cleanses. It comes down to basics. Eating enough fiber helps bind estrogen so it can be excreted. Staying hydrated supports detox pathways. Reducing alcohol gives the liver room to recover. Foods like leafy greens and cruciferous vegetables support estrogen metabolism naturally. When estrogen clears efficiently, testosterone has space to function properly. Before moving forward, take 30 seconds to do this with me. Stand up and place your feet slightly wider than shoulder width. Take a slow breath through your nose for 4 seconds. As you exhale, sink into a deep squat. Keep your heels down and chest tall. Stay there for 5 slow breaths. This position opens the hips, improves blood flow, and sends a signal to your nervous system that it is safe to relax. When you stand back up, lightly squeeze your glutes. This simple movement lowers stress hormones and improves posture. Both are directly connected to healthy testosterone signaling. Doing this once or twice daily can make a real difference over time. Body fat is not just stored energy, it actively participates in hormone conversion. Fat tissue contains an enzyme called aromatase. Aromatase converts testosterone into estrogen. The more body fat you carry, the more testosterone gets converted into estrogen. This is why fat loss often improves energy, mood, libido, and confidence even before muscle gain becomes visible. The goal is not extreme leanness. It is reducing excess fat gradually and sustainably. Resistance training preserves testosterone. Daily movement improves insulin sensitivity. Adequate protein protects muscle mass during fat loss. As aromatase activity decreases, testosterone remains testosterone. Testosterone production is tightly linked to sleep quality, not just sleep duration. Most testosterone is produced during deep sleep phases. At the same time, melatonin regulates estrogen signaling and circadian rhythm. Light exposure during sleep disrupts both processes. Streetlights, alarm clocks, phone screens, and LED indicators all send wake signals to the brain. Even small amounts of light can reduce melatonin output and interfere with hormone recovery. Sleeping in complete darkness allows your endocrine system to follow its natural rhythm. Blackout curtains, covering light sources, or using a sleep mask can significantly improve hormonal output within weeks. Soy itself is not the enemy. The problem lies in ultra-processed soy products. Soy isolates found in protein bars, fake meats, and packaged snacks contain concentrated phytoestrogens. When consumed frequently, these compounds interact with estrogen receptors and influence hormone signaling. This does not mean eliminating all soy. It means prioritizing whole food sources and reducing ultra-processed intake. When estrogen signaling becomes less noisy, testosterone signaling becomes clearer and stronger. Sunlight is one of the most powerful and overlooked hormone regulators. Vitamin D acts more like a hormone than a vitamin. It supports testosterone production and improves androgen receptor sensitivity. Morning sunlight also anchors circadian rhythm, which improves sleep quality and hormonal recovery. 10 to 20 minutes of direct sunlight on skin each day can significantly improve hormone balance. This simple habit improves energy, mood, and testosterone output over time. Chronic stress keeps cortisol elevated. Cortisol and testosterone work against each other. When cortisol stays high, testosterone production is suppressed. This is not a motivation issue, it is biology. Managing stress does not mean eliminating stress. It means giving your nervous system regular signals of safety. Walking, breathing through the nose, lifting weights, and spending time outdoors all lower baseline cortisol. Lower cortisol allows testosterone to rise naturally. Your hormones respond to the signals you send daily, not perfectly, but consistently. You do not need extreme protocols or medical interventions. When you reduce estrogen exposure, support clearance, sleep deeply, manage stress, and move your body, testosterone has the environment it needs to thrive. If you find these points helpful, subscribe.